Hey everybody, it's Otis McAllister with Keller Williams Realty Roanoke and the Hogan Home Team, your knowledge broker for buying or selling a home in the Blue Ridge. And this is the next in our video series, Tips, Tricks, and Strategies. Now in this video, we're going to talk about the home buying process, specifically appraisals. There's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of information that's not really accurate. So what we want to do is we want to arm you with good, actionable, accurate information so you can make better deals and get better results on buying or selling your home. So with that being said, we're going to talk about 5 common myths that are part of the home buying process, specifically concerning appraisals. Myth number 1, an appraiser is hired by the borrower. Now, generally speaking, the borrower is responsible for the cost of the appraisal. However, the appraisal most generally is hired by the lender. The lender will specifically pick an appraiser that they work with or that they've worked with in the past. Sometimes you can have some input on it, but generally speaking, you're not going to get to pick who does the appraisal on the property. Now, the appraiser's job is going to be to make sure that the cost of the property is in alignment and that it's right with the market according to what features and enhancements or improvements that have been made. However, the hiring of the appraiser is generally held by the lender. Myth number 2, the money put into improvements generally transfers dollar for dollar into a higher appraisal. This is a very big misconception, and a lot of times people can spend their money in places and not get the return that they were seeking. Now, improvements do impact and in many cases raise the value of the home. However, doesn't always correlate dollar for dollar. And you could spend money on improvements that don't positively impact your property. The best thing to do is to spend the money in places that you know you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck, like kitchens or bathrooms. Improvements in bedrooms or sometimes in living rooms or other areas don't always transfer that way. It's also best to do improvements that improve curb appeal. This transfers to a better look, and it can also help your appraisal price go up. Myth number 3, the appraiser sets the value of the home. This is not true. The appraiser does not set the value of the home, neither does the appraiser confirm the sale price of the home. The appraiser's job is to give a credible opinion of the value of the home in reflection to the market. In some cases, what the appraiser comes back with, you may not agree with. And a good realtor can challenge an appraisal value. They can do a comparable market analysis or give other information that can change an appraiser's look on a home. So if you're not satisfied with what the appraiser has done, don't give up. Get your realtor to get involved and get him to challenge that. Myth number 4, an inspector and an appraiser both perform the same function. Now this is also not true. Now while both of them provide crucial information about the property in question, their roles are actually very different. An inspector looks at the structural and functional integrity of a home, and reports reflect that structural and functional integrity. An appraiser looks at the home looks at those different factors in reference to its market value. So their roles, while they're similar, and they do look at some of the same things, and it looks like, if you were watching them, that they're doing some of the same things, what they report on and the results of the reports perform wildly different functions. So you can't get one to replace the other. And the last myth, myth number 5. The most important factor of an appraisal is the square footage of a home. This is also not true. There are a lot of factors that bear on an appraisal, such as the age of the home, the quality of the home, the location, the style, and a whole lot more factors. These other factors are taken and they are analyzed in relation to a home via its recent comparable sales in that area. And all of these factors are put together in order to arrive at a proper appraisal. So simply thinking that the square footage is what's going to affect your price is a great misconception and could put you at a great disadvantage. Don't make that mistake. Appraisers and appraisals form a necessary function in the home buying process. They help us to get the right value and to establish what we're going to be paying for or what a property is worth. We need them. But if we don't have the right information, then we can make mistakes in making offers or in pricing our home or in other factors that will directly affect buying, selling, or investing in property. So it's very important for us to understand how the home buying process works and how appraisals play into that process. Now, it's been my pleasure to bring you this information, and I'm going to be bringing you more information with more videos, so stay tuned for those. Until then, this has been Otis McAllister with Keller Williams and the Hogan Home Team, your knowledge broker for buying or selling a home in the Blue Ridge, and I'll see you later.